Selling is serving. Everybody is in sales, whether you have your own business, whether you're in sales full time, whether you work for somebody else in a corporate environment or whatever it is, whether it's a sales oriented environment or not, we are all in sales all day, every day. We're always selling something, whether it's our ideas or our products or our deals, opportunities, whatever it is, we are all in sales. So, what is sales? What is selling? Selling is serving. Selling is listening. Selling is asking questions. It's having conversations, building relationships, building rapport. The real question that comes into play is how do you sell in this day and age? It's a different ball game. A lot of people don't like to be sold. There are some people that do like to be sold. They like to be pitched, and they just love it. But most people do not like to be sold. They like to be served. They like to be helped. They want information. So the key to selling is serving. Number one is first understanding where your prospect, customer, where your client is coming from, understanding them, their situation, what their needs are, and that is done by listening. So you want to ask good questions and you want to listen. So first and foremost, you need to know your product. So if we're talking about sales in a corporate environment, whether it's a job or your business or whatever, you need to know your product, your service, and you need to know it inside and out and intimately and your entire product line. So I don't care what it is, whether you're in cars, whether you're in real estate, whether you're a syndicator and you're selling a deal or an opportunity, whatever it is, whatever you're selling, you need to know that product inside and out. You need to know your company inside and out. You need to know everything there is to know about your market inside and out. So when you ask questions, you're asking intelligent questions that lead your client, your prospect, your customer to their ultimate decision. So selling is serving, seeking first to understand and providing service to others. Everybody calls it providing value, adding value. I call it serving others. If you look first to serve, if you try to do things for other people first and try to be of service and of help to them first, then everything will come back to you ultimately. And I'm not saying that do that in a manipulative way. I'm saying do that in a sincere way. You have to care about people, right? Unless you care about people, you can't sell anybody. You got to really sincerely care about the people that you're selling. You need to be bought into your company, your product, whatever it is. You need to be a client of your own company, your own product. You need to believe in it. You need to feel good about it. Your company needs to be a great company with a good reputation. What you're offering your client needs to be of a real benefit to them, and your service needs to be a real benefit to your clients. So if you seek first to serve, that takes care of 90% of the game. Now, there are techniques that come into play with selling in terms of a script, things like that. And when I say scripts, I don't mean to trick people or to manipulate people. What I mean is a script is simply when you talk to clients and you have sales, every sale is pretty much the same in your industry and your business. So there is a process that you need to follow and there are things that you need to know. So if you have that written down so that you don't forget things, that's a script. And the more you do it, the more it becomes natural to you. So when you're talking to people, you're talking to clients, you're talking to customers, whatever business you're in, you want to have the bullet points of the process down in a scripted format. Not that you repeat it verbatim, but it's just conversation and it's just in you, and you've done it enough to where it's just natural and you don't even have to think. So that's really what scripts are. They're conversations that you've written in advance so that you can direct the customer down the line of the sale so that it's a clear path and you know what you're saying, you know what you're talking about, and you're not forgetting anything. Everything is the same. So you'll develop these scripts over time. Sometimes you don't even have to write them down. Sometimes it's just through practice. And it's all about knowing your product, knowing your company, providing value, providing service, offering the prospect, the customer, the client, what it is they really need, not trying to trick them, deceive them, or manipulate them. You got to come from a sincere place of help, and your product and your company or your service needs to be of a benefit to your client. And when you come and approach sales, when you come from the point of helping others, serving others, and you approach sales that way, then it's fun, it's easy. And a lot of people don't want to think of themselves as salespeople, but the world revolves around sales. We live in an economic world, an economic society. You have to make money to live. The only way money is generated is through a transaction, a sale. So everywhere you go, everything you do, you are in sales. So just remember that, think about it, and understand that selling is serving. Selling is relational. Selling is conversations. Selling is a part of everyday life. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with scripts, nothing wrong with being in sales. It's a noble profession. That's what makes the world go round. So get out there, get at it, look to serve others, look to help others, look to provide valuable, honest, heartfelt service to others, and everything else will take care of itself.